Good day, everyone. My topic for today is about choosing the right journal for research output. Choosing the right journal is a bit tricky as there are thousands of online research journals dealing on different disciplines. At the same time, what makes it more difficult, especially for novice researchers, is to fall victim among predatory journals. In the next few slides, I will discuss a bit about predatory and peer-reviewed journals, so please stay tuned. So the contents of this talk include the meaning of research journal, different journal disciplines, advantages and disadvantages in publishing to a predatory and peer-reviewed journals, and the last one is finding the research journal. As for the definition of a research journal, it is a periodical that contains articles written by experts in a particular field of study who report the results of research in that field. For example, we have here a journal called Experimental Agriculture, which obviously focuses on experiments related to agriculture. Then we have a Journal of Business Venturing, which obviously focuses more on business. And then another Journal of Law, Crime, and Justice. The articles published in journals are intended to be read by other experts or students of the field, and they are typically much more sophisticated and advanced than the articles found in general magazines. For example, scientific journals contain information in tabular form and also in graphical forms. Number 2, different journal disciplines. There are thousands of journals with specific disciplines, and I'm going to give you a few examples here. Here we have a journal in education, and this journal is a bit new considering the volume number, which is 2, and it should have had started publishing in the year 2020. Here we have another journal which caters to researchers in the field of education, and as you could notice, it is about to release its 110th volume. If a volume occurs each year, this journal must be much older than us. This journal has established a good track record as indicated by its site score and impact factor. But be careful, some predatory journals do not start with volume 1, others start at say volume 30 to appear old in the eyes of the victims. Here we have a journal dealing on environmental development. This is volume 39, and this volume could have established a good track record as indicated by its high impact factor. An impact factor of 3.326 for an agriculture journal is already very high. But again, be careful. Predatory journals have developed their own impact factor, which made the journal look like being highly cited by others. Here is a journal about transportation, business, and management in its 40th volume and having a 2.74 impact factor and 4.6 site score. This journal dealing on law, crime, and justice is about to release its 67th volume. It has an impact factor of 1.091 and a 1.5 site score. This journal caters among researchers in the field of midwifery and women's health. Volume 55 was released in 2010, and this year, 2021, it will be releasing its 66th volume if one volume is released once a year. This journal about business venturing is about to release its 36th volume, and take note of the very high impact factor, which is 12.065 and a site score of 13.3. Another journal in education called Studies in Educational Evaluation. It releases 4 volumes in a year. Again, it releases 4 volumes in a year. This one is about biosystems engineering. This journal releases 12 volumes in 1 year. Again, it releases 12 volumes in 1 year instead of 1 volume per year as what most journals do. It has a site score of 7.2 or an average citation for a journal article based on 3-year window of Scopus. And it has also a high impact factor, which is 4.123, a score of Web of Science based on 2-year window. Number 3, let us now talk about advantages and disadvantages in publishing to suspected predatory journals. And I am basing this from my personal experience in publishing in predatory journals. Predatory journals provide quick review and publication of open access articles in exchange of a payment of a few hundreds of dollars. However, all this made me think that I was a great writer, and eventually I discovered a lot of errors in my published paper. And I'm not proud of those publications. I regret the time that I did not find a way to evaluate the credibility of the journal before submitting my manuscript. I will not show you here on which journals are predatory, but you can definitely sense it when the editors do not exert much effort in improving the quality of your work. In this slide, a suspected predatory journal is so proud of its speedy publication process, taking only 29 days from acceptance to publication and about 2 months from submission to final decision. Predatory journals are also claiming high site scores and impact factors. Some journals are claiming to be indexed in various platforms, although they are not. So it is important to verify these claims. So please take note that some predatory journals have had already penetrated Scopus. This means that not all Scopus index journals are reliable. So again, be careful in selecting a journal. Now let us proceed to number 4, peer-reviewed journals. Publishing in peer-reviewed journals have some disadvantages and advantages as well. What is common to most peer-reviewed journals is the lengthy publication process. The longest I have experienced was 3 years before a paper was published. Although some of our papers were published at a much shorter time, say 4 months from submission to publication. But other papers were, rejected, of course, and were never published, or some of these papers are being revised at the moment for possible publication in other journals. Many peer-reviewed journals are not open access, requiring researchers not affiliated with a subscribing university to pay a certain amount in order to download an article. Other journals would allow open access in exchange of a large amount of money, say $1,000 or $2,000, which is usually shouldered by the funding agency or the funding source. While these journals generates millions of revenues, not a single centavo goes to the author as a royalty fee. However, publishing in a peer-reviewed journal would mean quality paper because of the rigid review done by the experts. Many of these journals are open access without publication charges and are widely circulated. And I think this is the best option. If you wish to publish, go for open access, peer-reviewed journals which do not have a publication fee. Just remember that accreditation for professor level requires publication indexed in either Scopus or Clarivate Analytics, or formerly known as ISI. In this slide, I would like to show the flow of a standard review process. This is a bit lengthy, something which we cannot find in a predatory journal. I will not discuss this in detail as this will be presented by Patrick. Legitimate peer-reviewed journals are widely circulated through various indexing platforms, which include Scopus and Social Science Citation Index, as for the case of this journal. Again, I would like to remind you that many suspected predatory journals are providing wrong information about their indexing, so you need to explore Scopus and Clarivate Analytics and search for the name of that journal to verify the information posted on their websites. In addition, please take note that some Elsevier journals are sometimes delisted in Scopus. In this slide, we can see that it took about a year for a paper to get published because there is no fast publication process for peer-reviewed journals, with a few exemptions, of course, where some papers are accepted without corrections, or if a journal has numerous functional reviewers and associate editors. In many peer-reviewed journals, downloading of an article would require payment for researchers affiliated to institutions which do not subscribe to these journals. In some journals, authors can make their papers open access by paying a certain amount of up to 2,000 euros for this particular journal. However, again, as I mentioned earlier, this payment is usually shouldered by the funding institutions. In spite of that, many peer-reviewed journals are open access, just like the Philippine Journal of Fisheries and the Asian Fisheries Science Journal. Now let us proceed to the last part of my talk, which is finding the right journal, or maybe examining the right journal. As what I have mentioned earlier, this is a bit tricky, especially that some predatory journals have been accepted in large indexing platforms such as Scopus. But if a journal promises quick publication in exchange of a few $100, you must be wary about that. In this slide, let us explore an Elsevier journal and let us search in the Science Direct website. Let us type education as the potential name of the journal here, and we select studies in educational evaluation, and let us explore a bit the journal in terms of its indexing, and here it claims that it is indexed in Scopus and Social Science Citation Index. You may further explore the different parts of the journal. And recently, it publishes 4 volumes in a year, and this journal started publishing in the 1970s. You can visit the Scopus website to search for the name of authors and check if their publications are Scopus indexed. You may also search for the name of the publishers. You may also search for the journal by entering its online ISSN number. You may also visit Clarivate Analytics and search for the name of the journal. You may use the ISSN number of the journal you want to find in the list. In this case, let us search for the Palawan Scientist Journal. So here you can explore more about Palawan Scientist by clicking the link, but you need to have an account in Clarivate Analytics if you wish to visit the Palawan Scientist via their website. If you do not want to create an account in Clarivate Analytics, you may learn more about the Palawan Scientist by directly visiting its website. So that's all for now. I hope you learned something from my presentation. Thank you very much for tuning in, and have a good day, everyone.